And I was going to say, like, he needs to string together these races of wins to get his confidence back, but the confidence is there. It's just the body holding up and getting back to what he's been doing the years before that. And I think if he's able to do that, he very much will be in a conversation with the Cole Hawkers, with the Yard Negooses, with Josh Kerr. But once he gets there, we can talk about it. Let's take it day by day, race at a time, training camp by training camp, and Jake Whiteman may be in position to win another world title.
When we return here at Track Fest, these fans will be ready for the fast sections in the 5,000. Our women will be up in just a few minutes. We're at Occidental College. This is Track Fest, brought to you by Sound Running here on Flow Track.
I trust Now Sports products because they are tested for quality, purity, and effectiveness. Whether it's electrolytes for hydration or essential supplements to keep me performing at my best, I know I'm fueling with clean, science-backed ingredients.
I trust Now Sports products because they're Informed Sports certified. Our team's even been to the facility, so we've seen how everything's made, and so I know that everything's going to be super clean.
They create a reliable supply chain by undergoing identity and safety testing of their raw materials.
Walk us through the last lap of that race.
Yeah, so I've not camped yet, so I came straight from the UK on Monday, so I had no idea how I was going to get on there. So I ran with a little bit too much caution, and then a lap to go, I was like, Christ, I need to get going here a bit, and just carried that through. But the bends last forever, so I tried not to go then, but I had to make a bit of a move. But yeah, good field to be assembled for this meet, so a real challenge today.
All right, let's send Jake off for a very successful 2025. Congrats, Jake. Good job on the win.
Of course, we'll be looking toward Tokyo this year, the World Championship meeting, September 11th to 21st. For the United States, our qualifying meet will be the USATF National Championship meet. That'll be at the end of July, beginning of August. And pretty much our top three in each event will go to Tokyo this year for those World Championships. Championships that Jake won in 22. He wouldn't have been in 22. They got delayed from 21. Or the Olympics got delayed by COVID from 2020 to 2021. That delayed the World Championships from 2021 to 2022. And that's the year that Jake won of the Worlds in Eugene. Again, we mentioned the next race on the track in 3 minutes.
Welcome back to Occidental College here in Los Angeles. This is Track Fest. Women's 5,000, our fast section on the track next. And the intriguing piece of this field is Heather McLean, the Olympian at 1,500 meters, one of the best milers in history, making her debut, Joshua. And you see the conditions, 66 degrees and no wind. What else can we ask for?
Man, I don't know. This is perfect. Do you want to get down on the track and run?
I do. I don't know if we can do it with a headset. I don't know how much talking I could do. But yeah, I think I'm safe here. So this is. Talk about an intimidating field. No. Even though Heather McLean is smiling.
Yeah, she has Melissa Courtney-Bryant of New Balance from the UK, who has been amazing this year. She's a two-time UK indoor champion, a 2023 world champion, a 1,500-meter finalist, and last year she got 6th in this event. But she has a PR of 14:53, so she's definitely capable of making this go fast. So we'll see who really takes the lead out of this group. But it's going to be interesting to see with just so many young women that we have in this field who are primed to run something fast today.
Among them is Linden Hall, the Australian running for Puma, 3-time Olympian and an Olympic finalist at 1,500 meters. Somebody that could be a threat, if running comfortably on those wave lights that are going to be set at 1450 to get that world standard, obviously a big player here this evening. Also from Australia, the Australian national champion at 10,000 meters and an Olympian last year, has run well at sound events at the 10, is Laura Ryan. So lifetime best of 14:57, but man, Laura Ryan is strong.
I think Ryan and Linden Hall are someone that we have to look at, because Australian championships, for some reason, are always very, very early. They already went through that phase of the championships. So now being at this meet, going kind of straight off of Australian championships a little bit, this is a great time for them to race and really give a good test of where their fitness is at a great field. Australian championships a little bit more competitive, just looking to win. Now they're going to come here and trying to possibly run fast. Like, definitely want to get a win, but a world championship standard, I think, would be pretty nice for these ladies.
So there's only one person in this field that medaled at a global event 10 years ago and is still running PRs, and that's Emily Enfeld, coming off of her first sub 31 in the 10K. But this is the 5,000 meters, the USATF 5,000 meters, and we are underway for these women. And there are probably 10 that could win this race.
Absolutely. There definitely is about 10. I'm expecting Ali Buhowski to definitely be in this field. From the woman from the Brooks Beast, she's always competitive, always willing to take a swing at the big dogs as well. So there's going to be a lot of women that are going to put their name in the bucket and trying to get a win here.
So what about somebody like Reagan Yee, who's run 9:24 in the steeple and is a two-time Olympian? You know, what is she going to put together? I see Abby Nichols right there among our leaders who ran well at the 10. You know, this is such a deep field, parity throughout, and you see nice even pacing early out in 35 seconds. Amanda Vestry, who put together an awesome half marathon at Houston, now here at 5,000 meters. Vestry sitting at about 5th at the moment. So there's Linden Hall, and if she, you know, I think for somebody like Hall and for Heather McLean, you see Emily Enfeld getting herself into position. They need to be efficient early. Not a lot of experience at 5,000 meters, especially at this pace. Well, McLean has none. So efficiency early so they can strike late.
No, absolutely. It's definitely for Heather McLean. Trying to just get into a rhythm and run with these ladies is going to be the primary target early on. Kind of just cancel it out, you know, just try and just move with the field and then get ready to strike. If she's in striking distance at the end of this race, she has the speed to beat anyone here, but just not the experience of going through with all this strength. So it's going to be interesting to see how she's able to move through it.
600 meters in 1:47. And Melissa Courtney-Bryant just kind of made a little bit of a move to get herself into the top 5. Man, she was impressive indoors and somebody that is definitely a threat here outdoors. I just, you know, a lot of these races, you know, you can look at like a Jake Whiteman, and if you had to put some money on it, you could say, okay, yeah, I could put some money on Jake Whiteman. This race, I really, when I say 10, I mean it. Like, you're going to have to catch somebody who has a good day, but I couldn't say right now through 800 meters in 2:23, like, who's the fastest? I can't answer that question right now. Who's the fastest person in this race? You could say that about Jake Whiteman comfortably before the race, but here, the women in the picture here, that's a great image up on the building. Sound, getting it done here, putting this field together.
No, it definitely is exceptional just to see how deep this field is. And unlike Jake Whiteman, someone's going to really gain confidence here today and knowing that they can be the alpha when it comes to these type of races. So we'll see who emerges in these next 10 laps, because it's a big time field in totality, and the crowd is starting to really get into it.
So I'm seeing Heather McLean. She's back, like she's in the back quarter of this race, and that might be a good move. You know, do that for the first 2,000, but I would like to see her cover moves, because this nice even train of, you know, 15, 17 women is not going to stay nice and spaced out. We're at 334 through 1,200 as the 71s continue. Like, she needs to be on a break. Like, if Linden Hall is going to run in 5th, Heather McLean needs to be on Linden Hall's heels.
Yeah. But it definitely may just be something that she just wants to have fun in, try to see and feel it out. But you definitely want to be competitive in anything that you want to do. But we talked about someone not being a favorite, but with Melissa Courtney-Bryant just being up there in the front, right on the Pacers, trying to get the job done as someone who has one of the fastest times in this field and has one of the most accomplished in the 5,000 meter, I think she's aware that she is the class of this field.
I say I couldn't pick the winner, but I wouldn't. I would have trouble counting anybody out at the same time too. If you ask me who's not going to win, that would be difficult as well. So with so many women that have great resumes, but also this year they've run so strong this year. You see Hertenstein back doing some rabbiting duties. Ella Donahue now with Swoosh TC running with Diljit Taylor, ran great indoors. The Stanford alum really broke through 446 through 1,600 meters.
I think Amanda Vestry also looks great as well, back in 7th place. We're really starting to get onto that train at the moment and just trying to stay with the lights. So we're not going to see a lot of big moves in the moment. Well, at least I'm not going to count it out because you never know what's going to happen. But it seems that we're really just gearing up for a good last final laps.
So Hertenstein has got Donahue on her heels. And, Donahue had a solid career at Stanford, but really ran well indoors. And is somebody that's like, I should be in Tokyo. Yeah. Like, that's how she thinks. That she should be on that team. And she's right there in position.
But just pacing today. Today.
Oh, she's through 3,000. Sorry, my mistake. So Donahue will be there at some point, and she like I'm saying, like she looks great and is in great position to make the team in 10 weeks. I got too excited. I see Swoosh TC out there and part of Team Taylor.
No, I wish Ella Donahue was racing as well. She's definitely
really good.
A very talented athlete and someone that's a gutsy runner too, that wants to just keep on continue getting better. We're starting to see a little bit of a break in the front pack, just a little bit, with Lauren Ryan kind of in that second group back, but definitely not big enough. But it's nice to see that we're going fast, as we're fully strung out. There are no people on the outside at all. We're definitely moving fast right now.
So behind our Pacers are Courtney-Bryant, Hall, Liam Meyer, Hannah Nuttall, that we haven't talked about much this evening, but definitely a player in this race from the UK. Lifetime best here a year has run 14:52, so another 71 high as Hertenstein and Donahue continue their pacing duties. Vestry still connected. Linden Hall running in second amongst our finishers. Meyer just behind her. The German steeple stars run 9:09, was 10th at the Olympics in the steeple. She's right in there.
It looks like we really do have a mix of U.S. versus the U.K. We kind of got that going on. And Hannah Nuttall, she was the UK indoor national champion in the 3,000 meter earlier this year, where she ran at 8:49. She's definitely in shape to run something fast here. That PR that she had last year in 2024 had to be a great confidence booster. But with all this talent from the US, the UK, and also Australia, it's going to be very competitive, and a win is going to mean a lot to these ladies.
So Maudie Skyring running for the OAC Oceania. The Florida State alum ran 14:55 in Jamin at the Diamond League, and she's at the back of that group there in the green and black on kit. So just connected on those lights. Obviously looking to get the World Championships qualifier. So another player here who's turned in a good 5,000 recently.
It's like Bernstein is trying to get back onto the pacing duties, fell off a little bit, got packed up. Like, these ladies are really trying to run fast and trying to get ahead of the Pacers almost at this point, even though they are almost ahead of the lights. They're in the clear when they're in those white bluish lights, but it looks like everybody's trying to make their way in front of those lights and just run faster and faster at this moment.
So right now, 6 women are on the World Championship qualifying pace of 14:50, which is what our lights are. And now our rabbits are kind of swinging wide and trying to get these women through to 5 to go. So,
man, that was great pacing. Great pacing duties from them. And Courtney-Bryant is not slowing down at all.
8:57 at 3K, a 71-1 for our pacers up front. Melissa Courtney-Bryant now on the lead, and Linden Hall, they're ready to strike here with 2K to go. Man, Linden Hall, this could be something here on that World Championship qualifying pace. Vestry looking to keep contact there.
Hall just seems to always just have a great stride. She has sort of like that bouncing up and down motion. She seems extremely relaxed right now, but Courtney-Bryant her turnover really hasn't stopped at all this entire race. It seems to be that she's very much locked into these 111s each lap and doesn't seem to be slowing down at all, but I would have to say at the moment Hall does look a bit more comfortable.
And Linden Hall and Hannah Nuttall, they need to make it easy for their countries. I have the standard. Pick me for the championships, you know, with the UK selection and Australian selection. So 10:09 with 4 to go. And 5 women on the lights, really 4 with Vestry hanging on for dear life.
And Leah Meyer there in third. She has run an amazing season last year in the steeplechase, a very fast steeplechase as we were talking about just earlier. There's a lot of steeplechasers just having amazing seasons just all over the place. If Meyer can build this confidence and get a good time here, it's going to boil really well as we get more into the season.
So when you're looking at Melissa Courtney-Bryant and Linden Hall, I mean, I can't pick it right now because Melissa Courtney-Bryant, super strong, and Linden Hall, we'll assume, will have a big kick, but Melissa Courtney-Bryant's not going to just let her go, you know, and so this is going to be quite a duel over, you know, this last 1,000.
And for a lot of these races too, we've been thinking when they gun out these 2 people out in front, maybe second place will help out a little bit and they'll push and try and stay on these lights. But Courtney-Bryant does not seem like she wants to give up the lead at all because she knows the capability that Linden Hall has. And if Hall can take this lead, Courtney-Bryant may not be able to get it back. So by all means, she wants to stay in front right now in this race.
So my mistake, we were at a 71-2 with 1,200 meters to go. These 2 on the lights, and now we move to that 1,000-meter mark, and it's Linden Hall with her eyes on it and her eyes on those lights and hitting that World Championship time. She goes to the front, and Melissa Courtney-Bryant fighting to stick with her and fighting to stick on those lights.
Hall is gapping at this moment. It may not look like it right now, but her speed at the moment, her turnover, just look how fast her legs are going. We saw that leaping motion, but she's starting to get those feet down as fast as possible to make sure that she stays with the lights and, more importantly, run away from Courtney-Bryant.
You know, Linden Hall has done this so many times. Show up at a race, you know you got to hit a standard, and let's execute it. We're at 2 to go, just inside at 12:30. Hall's national record, Australian national record, came indoors at BU Valentine, 14:58. And now Linden Hall says, I'm on my way out. 69 flat on the last lap, and Linden Hall is on the move.
As you can see, Courtney-Bryant starting to lean back a little bit too much just in her stride. Hall is still looking very comfortable, still getting that little bit of a bounce, but her legs are coming down much faster than ever before. She's focused on that standard. She doesn't see the lights anymore, and I don't think she wants to see them again, as we can get a real good time from both of these ladies at the moment.
Melissa Courtney-Bryant has also not given in to the fight. We should say that the national record outdoors is 14:40 by Rose Davies, run this year at the Xiamen Diamond League. That's in the cards here because she's under 14:50 pace. So we'll keep an eye on 14:40.83. It's going to take a big close, but Linden Hall with 1 to go. moving well and moving away. Melissa Courtney-Bryant ahead of those 1450 pace lights. These two looking for World Championship qualifiers.
And it looks like Hall's PR is 14:58. So no matter what, we are going to get a big PR from her and a really big confidence boost as well. She's beating not just a U.S. field, she's beating an international field. She ran well at the Australian Championships. Now she's coming down the Oxy and really tearing the roof off the place and running well in this last 200.
So Linden Hall, Melissa Courtney-Bryant, Hannah Nuttall is digging for those lights in third, but this is Linden Hall, a big step on into the front, a big step at 5,000 meters outdoors. Linden Hall inside of 100 meters. She's going to take the USATF 5,000 here at Trackfest. It's Linden Hall, the Australian Olympian, on the win in the women's 5,000. Just off of the Australian national record is Linden Hall, 14:43.61. Melissa Courtney-Bryant in a big run in 14:48.20. 64.9 on the close for Linden Hall.
Such an amazing race for Linden Hall. All the way back in 2021, she was 6th place at the Olympic Games in the 1500 meter, running at 3:59. Now she's all the way up here running 14:43. Like, the strength that she has developed in the past 4 years is quite remarkable and shows you the work that she has been putting in over this time. She's definitely in the right shape in the 5,000 meter and has to be a great confidence boost to run the 15 or the 5K just in general. Be able to do that as a 1500 meter runner regularly is phenomenal, but that just tells you of what you need to be a world-class 1500 meter in right now in 2025.
Hannah Nuttall with a lifetime best in third in 14:50.42. Leah Meyer with a fine run in fourth. Also a lifetime best, dipping under